It's March 29th. I'm back home in Michigan today. Got home last night. My dad and I are out on the farm today. We're gonna set up an Ox 5 bear net blind for turkey hunting. We're just gonna get that ready. My sister's gonna be doing some turkey hunting this year, so set up a blind. This week we're gonna do a couple things. We might put in some posts. Just got back from Iowa helping Brennen out, put in a bunch of posts, water holes and stuff. I think I'm gonna try a couple more cedar posts on our farm, and then sounds like Sunday we're gonna get a shipment of ribozones for some miscanthus. So that's kind of my plan for this weekend. Gonna plant those ribozones. We got like a 75-yard stretch where we're gonna do 3 rows. So got a lot of holes to dig there, a lot of turkey foots to plant. So that's the plan today. We're gonna get out there, set up this blind, get ready for turkey season. Well, we just got the Ox 5 set up in this food plot here. It's a food plot we put in like 3 years ago, and the turkeys seem to like it. All of our food plots, we plant rye in the fall, so it comes up green in the spring. This setup here is kind of like a late morning or an evening spot. Turkeys roost in this woods right back behind us here. We got this hay field. Late mornings, they like to fly down on the neighbors and then come across the hay field, kind of mess around in these fields, and then in the evenings they're kind of coming back from the north here and working their way back towards the woods. So we got this set up. It's going to be a good spot for my sister. It's her first year turkey hunting, and then my dad as well. So that's going to be a wrap for today. Tomorrow or sometime this weekend we're going to probably do a couple more projects around here, but that'll be a wrap for today. What's up, guys? It's April 3rd. Back out on the property today here in Michigan. Got a couple little things that I wanted to do. One thing is put this rubbing post in the ground. It's actually a cedar tree I just cut down. Pretty nice size one. I just like to use actual cedar trees as my rubbing posts. I tried a couple years ago, they tore it up. I'm gonna put another one in this spot. Today we got a tree stand 20 yards over here. We're on this little bench here. It's kind of like an oak flat. Kind of up, it's higher in elevation, and then we got the rest of the woods is down lower. We got our food, one of our main food plots out here behind the stand. It's a great morning spot. Get them traveling, coming back here. They always want to cruise this edge. And then we got some nice oak trees up here. They like to stop and eat acorns, but if they're moving, they don't usually want to stop. So I'm gonna put a scrape in here. It's also gonna be a good spot. We've never ran a camera here, just we know how good this spot is. We don't need to run a camera, but we're gonna run one this year because last year we felt like we kind of missed a few things with some of our bucks running around. So we're gonna put a post in the ground here, run a scrape off the post, and then down in the woods a little further, one of our best spots, I'm gonna put another scrape in. We can also see it from our gun shack. It's just a spot they love to travel. We just can't ever get them to stop. So like this past year during gun season, I had one of our main target bucks come through this lane. I just couldn't get him to stop in time, so I'm gonna put a scrape up in there too. So let's get to work. Let's get this post in the ground. Just got the rub post set here. A little different than digging in Iowa ground. Last week I was in southern Iowa with Brennen putting in a bunch of rub posts. A lot easier there, digging rocks and roots here. But we got her in, she's pretty solid. A little wobbly, but it'll harden up a little bit. So the plan is, we got the tree stand, an old ladder stand right over my shoulder here. Got this rubbing post in, and then I'll probably run a branch up off over here. So whenever they're cruising, I'll give them a good place to stop. Hit the scrape. We're gonna cam it from right over there, kind of get this whole ridge here where they like to cruise. So, well, we got great weather conditions. Sun just popped out. Pretty awesome. Well, my drill just died, but plan is I'm gonna drill a hole through here. I'm gonna cut down like a long skinny pole, like a tree, clear that. So I'll run a pole out here like this, and then I'm just gonna drop a vine right here. So it's not in the way, it's not really in the way of us shooting. They can hit a scrape out here, they can hit the vine, or they can come up and rub here. So I think that's gonna work really good. I've had a lot of success with dropping those vines out with, like, I use a long tree and then kind of drop them out of nowhere. I'll show you an example down here in one of our swamp plots. I did that last year and they hammered it. So that's the plan here. Trying to just give them a reason to stop here, give us a nice broadside shot. Well, this is where I'm putting the other scrape. As you can see, we got our tower blind back behind me, 150 yards. But this is where the deer really like to cruise. They like to travel. I actually had one of our target bucks this year. When I came home gun hunting, he came through here and I just couldn't get him to stop in time to get the camera on him and get the gun up on him. So we're just trying to give him a reason to stop here. We think throwing up a scrape might give him a reason to stop, hit the scrape, and you can get a good shot. It's also pretty cool because we got a tree stand 20 yards. That's our best tree stand by far on the property. 20 yards this way, and it's going to be perfect broadside shot for that as well. It's just a cool little area. We got a little food plot that I just showed you that scrape in, tucked up in the swamp here. And then we got really wet swamp that the deer don't like to go in behind the tree stand. And then it kind of necks down, the woods kind of necks down into our main bedding area. So right here is just a great travel spot. So we're gonna throw a scrape up here, see what happens this year. Got the 2x4 set. It's pretty easy when in private. You can do whatever you want, but all that is here is we'll run a branch off here. We can wire it here and wire it here. Have a nice scrape out here. So I'm just gonna do that now. I'm gonna find a branch and just kind of get it started. So we got something, get them to start hitting it a little bit. And then in the fall, we'll throw something new on it, something with some leaves. Well, I like it. Got it out of the way. We're gonna throw something a lot more appealing into it next year, come fall. Something a lot bigger than this, a lot more drawing. Here comes the rain. But we're gonna get out of here. We got 2 scrapes, rub posts set up for next year in spots that we really needed them. But we're gonna get out of here and try and beat this storm home.
Down. Got it down. I'm happy with them. Really excited to put a wrap on a quick North Dakota season for myself.
Holy smokes. That is a heck of a deer.
Alright guys, it is April 2nd today. We are in Nebraska, undisclosed area. Got a good buddy out here that opened up some ground, opened up the invitation to come do some shed hunting here. It's gonna be my last hoorah of the year looking for antlers. Got my buddy and his 2 boys with their first out-of-state shed hunting trip, and quite a bit of ground to walk. We've never been in this area before, but it looks like it should be pretty good. I'm thinking it's gonna be mostly whitetails, but I wouldn't be shocked to find some mule deer antlers. We'll see. But a lot of wide open country with thick pockets of bedding kind of mixed in. As you can see here, wide open, grassy, almost like CRP, big drainages. And I'm just gonna kind of bob and weave. Those guys are heading to a different spot so we ain't running into each other, but should be a fun couple of days. I think we got today, tomorrow, possibly Thursday to look, so see what we can find. Stick with me. Last shed hunting trip of the year. I think we're on the board. Haven't been in here very long. I was walking right down this fence. I spotted tines. The sun actually helped me on this one. First one of the day. She's an old one. I don't know, a year or 2 probably. Good condition. Like most of them out west, they don't get chewed on, so that's always nice. Little whitetail, 3-point. Good start. Keep walking. We barely just got in here. I just looked at my track. I'm 0.38 miles, so I didn't make her in very far, and we broke the ice, so hopefully that's a good sign. Kind of keep following this drainage down through here and see if we can find any more. Just looking at onyx. I just came over the hill. I was in a drainage on the back side, and I seen some good cover down through here, and it looks like some egg fields to the east. So I popped over the hill. I'm gonna kind of start working these drainages below this food. Still got just that one. I talked to my buddy. Sounded like his little boy broke the ice, found a little 2-point. So those guys are at least on the board as of a half hour ago. So we got a couple. See what else we can find over here. This stuff looks pretty good. Just gonna kind of work down this ditch, and then it kind of goes to the north. If you can see on the skyline over there is a nice green field. It almost looks like it might be winter wheat, so I'm sure there's deer hitting that. But this type of country, there should be old ones laying out here, because I don't think this gets walked much at all, if at all. So expecting to find some old ones hopefully too. Quite the dry spell. Probably pushing 7.5 miles. Just got the one shed. Talked to those guys. Sounds like they've only got one shed between all 3 of them. But I don't know. Hopefully we get into a pocket, start picking some up. Kind of out walking along this winter wheat field. Some grassy stuff that runs up this ditch. Just stumbled on an old deadhead shed buck. But we'll see. Looking for number 2. I just glassed one up about 100 yards north of me. It's windy as shit. Hopefully the audio's okay. Been on one heck of a slump here. I just talked to my buddy. Him and his other kid both broke the ice. Sounds like they got a couple apiece. It's number 2 for me. Go grab it. Spotted it from way back there. Fresh one. Just a little 4-point. Been walking a long ways. That's number 2 for me. Sounds like those guys have picked up a few as well, so I'm just gonna keep walking this grassy stuff and see if I can find anything else laying out here. The dang wind is ripping. Finally. Probably over 10 miles. And I just was walking this little woodlot around this old homestead. And I just found a nice 5-point. Definitely the best antler of the day. And it's been a long day. A lot of walking and not a lot of antlers. This is number 3 for me. Good antler. It's been laying here for a couple of years. It's starting to crack, but it's a good 5. I think it's definitely the biggest antler any of us have found today. Those guys, sounds like, have found, I don't know, must have 8 or 9 or something like that, but nothing big. But we still got an hour and a half, 2 hours till dark. Gonna keep walking and see if we can get any more. That's gonna be a wrap on day 1 here in Nebraska. End of the day with 3 antlers. Heading to pick those guys up, see what they got. But we'll be back at her tomorrow. I will show you guys the trip total when we're done. I'm not sure how long we'll be here, but we still got some more ground here to cover tomorrow for sure. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow. Day 2 here in Nebraska. Just got out this morning. Kind of walking a completely different area than we were at yesterday. My buddy dropped me off on this side of the property, and him and his boys went to the other side. It's a pretty big piece. I'm kind of just working down through some grassy cuts with some cedars. But there's kind of a ditch system that comes in, a bunch of little fingers that come off of it. I'm gonna come down into the center of the piece of the property, kind of work around. I'd imagine we'll be here for at least half a day, but we'll see how it goes. Yesterday, I think we had 18 total as a group. I only had 3. I kind of had a rough day, but we'll see how it goes today. I'm not feeling that good. I'm gonna power through though, see if we can find some antlers. Little 4-point, old one, laying in the wide open. Always a good sign to find them in the open. Means typically nobody's been in here, so keep walking, see if we can get any more. It's been a tough go so far, but we're on the board. Well, it's Thursday morning. We're back at her. I sat out the afternoon yesterday. I wasn't feeling worth a shit. The boys powered through the day, and I think we ended the day with what, 19?
Yeah, 19.
19 yesterday. I only had 1 of them, so those guys carried the weight. But back out, Preston and I are on one side of the creek, and his dad and brother are on the other side. We just got done kind of gridding through this little grassy area and got by the fence here and found an old one laying out here. Go grab it. Looks like a dandy. A lot of sarcasm in that. He's a gem. It's only the second fresh one I found, and I think we gotta be pushing 45-ish antlers, and this is only the 4th fresh one maybe. But I got another one spotted up here. I'm gonna head up to that and scoop that one up. 2 fresh ones in about 30 seconds. Cool. a bad antler. It's old. Kind of cool. Just like that last one. I don't know if it got damaged in velvet or what, but take it. Keep walking. See what else we can get. Well, I just got back to the vehicle. I think I ended the day with 12, something like that. Still waiting for these guys to get back. It's getting pretty dark. I don't know how they can see, but anyway, that's probably gonna be a wrap. I think we're hitting the road in the morning. We get back to the house here. I'll show you what we all got the last few days. I think Carter, my buddy's youngest boy, actually has the lead, has found the most of any of us, so pretty awesome. I think it's his first time ever coming to Nebraska. So catch you back at the house. The Victor, 18 sheds. Show me a couple of your big ones quick. We just laid them all out for a picture.
This one.
See the set you found this afternoon.
Oh yeah, this was right here. I could only see just this tine and this tine. Out of these two, they were completely buried. And then I found this one back here.
Oh, this guy, didn't you?
Yeah, that.
Pretty
He's
nice one.
probably my favorite.
That's your favorite one.
Got a nice, like, rough brow tine. I found this off the deadhead over there.
Let's see the deadhead.
Let's see. Here, it's that side with that same curl.
Pretty cool. First time in Nebraska?
Yep, first deadhead too, and it's pretty big.